Hey guys, welcome back to another wash day chronicle. Yes, I finally figured out what I was going to name this. I'm going to call them the wash day chronicles, even though I'm not necessarily washing my hair in these videos because I want to do a wash day routine, but I'm still trying to figure out with my bathroom setup how I'm going to do that without destroying anything. So just give me some time, y'all. I'll do that. But first off, let me go ahead and show you the products that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my hair and let you guys know what the topic of today's video is. So today I'm doing an Eden Body Works trifecta. I'm going to use the Coconut Shea Leave-In Conditioner, and then the Natural Curl Defining Cream, also from the Coconut Shea line. I always seal in my leave-in with an oil, and today I am using the natural hair oil from the Coconut Shea line. So that is my Eden Body Works trifecta. I told you guys that this is a holy grail no gel wash and go product for me, but I have never used it with this. I have always used it with my Ren Pure leave-in. So we're gonna see how that works. I have the feeling that my hair will be softer with these two. Like, I think this will take down a little bit of the hold from this, but I don't know, so we'll see. And then I'm going to lay my edges with my As I Am smoothing gel. And I could probably lay down my edges just fine with the curl defining cream, but I'm trying to use this up because I literally have like that much left, y'all. I have had this for a long time. I've had this for over a year. It hasn't gone bad. It works the same. Love that for my edges. So now that we have the products out of the way, today I am going to do the natural hair tag. I figured this would be a great way to incorporate different things in my channel while actually doing something, because I'm the type of person, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of like to multitask. So I found a good natural hair tag that I wanted to do. I figured this would be a great way for me to get to know you guys to get to know my hair, and then of course we can start some discussions in the comment section. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first question, why did you start your hair journey? So I told you guys in the last video, I used to have relaxed hair, and I didn't really have any problems with my relaxed hair until I went to college. And I reached a point during my freshman year where, one, my hair was definitely over processed. I'll try to, I think I have some pictures that I can get and put on here for you guys. Sorry, I'm having nail struggles. How many of you always have like your nails kind of breaking off when you do your hair? It's so annoying because they snag your hair and all that stuff. You pull stuff out or you end up ripping your nail off. But it was very clear that my hair was over processed while I was starting college, and I think I had just one bad day where the creamy crack was just in there too long, y'all. And usually I've never had a problem. My hair is actually pretty resilient, but it was over processed to the point where, like, when I did my hair would lay down like flat to my head. I had like no volume, and I was used to having some type of volume. Even though I do have fine hair, I would at least have a little bit of volume, but I literally couldn't do anything with my hair. And then I noticed that when I was actually washing my hair, I couldn't feel any texture in it. It was just completely stick straight. It was just done. And then on top of that, like, those of you who either go to college out of your area or go to college like out of state, you know how hard it is to get your hair done, because at the end of the day, I think I'm the type of person, I'm gonna spend my money on food before I spend my money on my hair. So I would have to wait to go home to get my hair done, but it wasn't always easy to go home. So I was having a hard time learning how to keep my hair moisturized. I kind of figured some things out, but at that point, by the time I had finally seen my stylist again, and this was like after the new year, I had already grown out so much new growth that I was like, I might as well just go natural. And she agreed. My aunt, who was also a stylist, agreed. They were like, listen, you have the tools, you have the people around you to keep you motivated and keep you on track. We will support whatever you do with your hair. And they did. And I started my hair journey. So it wasn't just about being a part of the natural hair movement or anything like that. It was really about health. So, question 2. How long have you been on your hair journey? So, I guess I technically started my hair journey in 2014. So about 3 years. I guess technically, if like you want to be real, it's probably getting closer to the 4-year mark, just because I had kind of made the decision that I was going to start taking care of my hair, well, better care of my hair, way before I had decided to go natural. Question 3, are you relaxed, transitioning, or natural? I am natural, and I did transition. I did not do the immediate big chop. I did transition. That was easier for me. I had so much going on. I was not trying to figure out how to deal with having a TWA and doing all the stuff that I was doing. I guess in retrospect, it might have actually been easier, but I had already grown out so much new growth that I was just like, I'll just keep letting it grow out and then just trim it every time I went back. So that was what I did. The transition kind of happened naturally. So, question 4. What is your length now? So I told you guys in the last wash day chronicle that I am officially bra strap length. I've actually, I was checking earlier just because I knew that we were going to ask that question. And I'm actually kind of getting past that now. I think I'm well on my way to having like mid-back length hair, and I don't really know how I feel about that, y'all, but we'll talk about that as we continue to go through the questions. What is your length goal? So I never went into this having a goal for my length because I've always had a lot of hair, so it wasn't one of my biggest concerns. I was never stressed about my length. I just wanted my hair to be healthy. And to be honest, I told you guys that I did my first serious cut in high school. And part of the reason why I cut a lot of my hair off was because I was actually sick of having long hair. A lot of us don't hear that because it's like we covet length in the natural hair community, which is really silly. Everyone is so length obsessed to the point where like people will hold on to damaged, totally jacked up ends just for the sake of having long hair. I'm the total opposite now. I remember before I did that cut, this was the moment that I like finally decided I was going to do a real cut. I was getting ready for school. My hair needed to be flat ironed. So I was flat ironing my hair. And y'all, I am not a big person. I'm 5'1". I'm actually like not even really 5'1". I'm 5.5 feet tall. And I have little T-Rex arms, like I do. I have tiny arms. And I had reached a point, I was doing the back of my head, and my hair was so long that I could not do it by myself. So I had to call my dad and get him to come and finish flat ironing the back of my head. And at that moment, I was like, you know what? I am not interested in having long hair. So I decided I was going to cut it off. And even now, like, part of the reason that I don't straighten my hair is not just because of the damage, but because my hair is so long that it makes me paranoid. It makes me feel like I have all this stuff all over my face, and I feel like stuff's crawling on me, but it's really just my hair, like, touching my body and stuff. I am not the biggest fan of having long hair, to be quite honest. I like being kind of at that mid-length, so I have no length goal. I feel like having a goal length is just constricting. It's not, and I don't necessarily feel like that's always a healthy thing. If you are focused more on your length than you are on keeping your hair healthy, then you're probably never really going to hit the length that you want to and retain it, because that's what it's all about, is retaining your length. So I just choose not to subscribe to the length hype. But I guess I have that privilege because my hair grows fast and I've always had long hair. So I guess I have the privilege of not being able to want long hair because I know what it's like to have it. What is your hair texture? I have a multitude of textures in my head. From what I have deduced, I have 3B to 4A hair. I have coils, I have S-curls, I have spirals, but mostly like those 3B parts that I do have are in here, and y'all can see them. Sometimes y'all see me having to finger coil them because they don't want to act right. And then kind of like the deeper you get into the actual interior of my hair, like the tinier and tinier my curls get. So that's kind of what I've deduced that I have. And in the back, my coarser section, this section right here that's low porosity, those pieces are actually wavy. They're not anything close to 3C or 4A. So that just goes to show you, like, different hair textures can take on other characteristics. So when I tell people that I have a specific hair texture, I also like to let you guys know that I also have normal to low porosity hair. The majority of my hair is normal porosity, and then I have that section at the crown that is low porosity. And I have medium density, and my hair strands on the majority of my head are fine. The ones that are here in my low post section are coarse. And fine to coarse has nothing to do with how your hair feels. It has nothing to do with the roughness of your hair, and everything to do with the diameter of the hair strand. So, I hate it when people try to tell other people, like, no, you're not this, you're this, or whatever. You don't really know what someone's texture truly is until you actually get your hands in their hair. So, let's see. What do you prefer, health or length? Health, y'all. Health is the ultimate goal. That was why I started all of this. It was the health of my hair. My hair had never felt so dry and brittle and unkempt at that stage in my life, and I just wasn't having it. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, like, I'll never go back to relaxer. I live for this. I live for the messy hair. I live for the curls. But, you know, no matter how messy my hair is, how frizzy it gets, it's me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel way more like myself having curly hair than I did when I was relaxed, because I always felt like my hair when I was relaxed was for everyone else. And now I feel like my hair is just for me. If you could only live with one hair product, what would it be? One hair product. So, like, you have to consider, I mean, are they considering, I don't know if they're considering your hair products like things that are manufactured or things that are just naturally there. I mean, I feel like you can't consider water a hair product. You can get water anywhere. So I'm gonna stick with like a manufactured, like a man-made product. I think if I had to say one product for the rest of my life, it would be the TGIN Honey Miracle Hair Mask. Strictly because, one, that hair mask is life. It makes my hair look wonderful. I actually deconditioned with that today. I deep conditioned under my hooded dryer for 30 minutes with that in my hair. And y'all can see, like, I can very easily run my fingers through my hair now, and when I don't have product in it. Not only is it wonderful for deep conditioning purposes, but those of you who have used this hair mask will probably know what I'm talking about. When you put that on your hair just takes on like its ultimate form, you know? I honestly feel like I could probably use that for a wash and go and get away with it. So I feel like if I could only choose one product, it would probably be that, because I could deep condition with it. It has tons of slips, so I could detangle with it. And then because of the way my hair soaks it up, I could definitely do a wash and go with it. And by the way, this leave-in that I'm using, I'm really enjoying. I have a lot of reviews that I need to do, and I'm finally going to be filming the first portion of my Black-owned business highlights this week. I'm really behind on videos, y'all, and I apologize for that. Those of you who follow my vlog channel or have just really watched me in general and kind of listened to my rants and banter know that I have endometriosis, and I've pretty much had 2 really awful periods back to back. And honestly, like, I don't know how I'm standing right now. I really don't. That's just a testament to how resilient the human body is, because I feel like I shouldn't even be standing right now. And honestly, I'm in so much pain right now, guys. I'm just really, really good at functioning. And, you know, with that pain level, my right ovary is, like, on fire. Because I do have an endometrioma on that one, and I do plan on having it removed. And I'm actually going to be getting some stuff finalized this week so I can find out when I can do that. So, definitely keep up with my vlog channel. I started vlogging again. It just took a while. This whole thing has just been really paralyzing for me. I haven't been able to do a lot. I'm totally out of my element. So it was really hard for me to, like, stick with vlogging, but I feel like it's something that I need to do, not just for myself. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have this to look back on and remember, like, how far I've come. But I also feel like not enough of us talk about the things that we go through as women. So if you feel like you have some of these problems and ain't nobody talking about it, you can't find anyone that relates to you, especially being young. Like, I'm only 22, and I'm having to reconcile with, you know, not having children, possibly not having children, and kind of having to live like a hermit. Like, I'm 22, but I'm not able to live like I'm 22. You know, that's hard. And unfortunately, a lot of times these issues happen in women who are at least 10 years older than us. So it's hard to be taken seriously, and it is hard to get good advice from people that are your age. So yeah, I just went on a tangent. This has nothing to do with the natural hair tag, but I just wanted to explain that because if I do come on here looking like a hot mess, or if I have a really hard time getting videos out, I definitely have a really good reason why. And honestly, doing these videos has really helped me get my mind off of all the scary stuff. So those of you who watch and are part of the reason why I have something to look forward to, something to do, thank you. Y'all don't know how much it means. So let me get back to the tag. What's the worst product you've ever used? I feel like people are gonna low-key like be mad at me for this, but actually, let me show you because I still have it. It was one of the first products that I bought when I had most of my curls. This has collected dust. I still have half this jar. I gave it a good old college try, y'all. It just won't working for me. So I've had this for 2 years. Honestly, it's probably expired at this point and I would give it away, but I don't know who would want it because it's old. Y'all do know that I have found Eco Styler gels that I love for my hair now. So, it's not a reflection of the entire Eco Styler brand. It's just that olive oil and even the argan oil one. I have tried the argan oil one. Yeah, it's a no for me. It gave me helmet hair. It made my hair crunchy to the point where I was afraid that my hair was gonna break off. It broke down the leave-ins that I used with it to the point where they would just ball up. It's hard to find things to pair with Eco Styler in general. And I understand that some products are just like that. Some products you have to do a little bit of extra work. I don't mind doing the work. But still, like, no matter what I put with it, it always just seemed like it was so thick that it would just slide that moisturizing product off. So my hair would be dry and crunchy. It would have no shape. That's not something you want when you have fine hair. Like, it's hard enough getting things that give you definition and hold, but don't leave you with helmet hair or take away any chance of having volume. So, Eco Styler olive oil is a no for me. I know it's a staple for a lot of naturals. Can't take that away from y'all. I'm not saying that it's a terrible product. It was just terrible for me. Let's see. What is your go-to hairstyle? Y'all already know. If you've been watching me, you know my go-to hairstyle is the wash and go, which is really funny because when I started going natural, it was Bantu knots. I loved doing Bantu knots, y'all. Bantu knots were my jam. I was always knotting my hair up. I loved it. I could wear my Bantu knots to the club if I wanted to, but I could also take them out and have really beautiful curls. And I also, like, it's funny because I hear a lot of people talk about afros as if they're a bad thing. Like, you know how a lot of women with my hair texture will be like, oh, well, I don't like this product because it made my hair look so soft that it looked like an afro. I like afros. I think they're pretty. And sometimes I could Bantu knot my hair with certain products and get that, like, fro look. It wasn't exactly a afro, but I could get pretty close, and I liked it. It allowed me to believe in the versatility of my natural hair. But now that I have learned more about my natural hair, Bantu knots, it was too much mechanical damage on my hair. Not that my hair wasn't growing, and not that my hair was breaking off at the same rate that my hair was growing, because it definitely wasn't. But I realized at some point that I wasn't going to be able to keep that up forever, you know? So I said, I need to find something that I can do that won't take a lot of time out of my day, because doing Bantu knots definitely took a lot of time out of my day, and it made me one of those women that takes, like, a whole 24 hours to do their hair. So I said, okay, girl, you need to start doing styles that showcase your own curl pattern. You need to learn how to do a wash and go. And once I figured out how to do a wash and go well, how to do my hair in a way that worked with the amount of time that I had, finding products that made my life easier, and finding methods and techniques that made my life easier, and sticking to them so that my hair was pretty much trained to do that style, I never looked back. now I'm kind of working on that perfect twist out, because I'd mastered Bantu knots, but I'd never really mastered twist outs. I mean, I think they look pretty when I do them, but I think they could be better. And it's really hard for me to get shape when I do my twist outs. So if y'all have suggestions for twist out techniques, and I'll take suggestions from all hair types because I've learned from all hair types. If you have suggestions, let me know down in the comments. And also, if you have products that you want me to use for my quest for the perfect twist out series, also let me know. Are you a product junkie? If y'all have seen my product stash, then y'all know. Certified product junkie. I have so many products. Which is worse now that I'm really wanting to review a lot of stuff. But I'm the type of person that's always really had a lot of products. So that's just who I am. I think I inherited it because my mom has a lot of stuff and my grandma has a lot of stuff. I think it's just an us thing. Like, we all just have a lot of stuff. But I definitely have tons of products from different brands. Sometimes, like, I'm the type of person, sometimes I'll buy something just to support another business owner. I'm definitely a product junkie. I'm not embarrassed about it, and especially when the majority of the products I have are putting money back into our communities, I don't feel too bad about it. So at least now I'm really learning to shop consciously. Let's see. How often do you trim your ends? So now that I'm all the way right with my hair, I get a trim once a year, sometimes twice, depending on if I can get into the salon or not. My stylist is not one of those stylists that's like, I ain't touching that, or I'm going to charge you like an extra $70 to do your hair. She's not that type of stylist. So I wholeheartedly trust her to trim my hair. She does blow my hair out so that I can get a trim, which I'm fine with now, because now that I've had time away from the transitioning process to see what my curl pattern is and really understand it, like, I don't feel like there's any way that anyone could really genuinely trim my hair. See, y'all, look at that. I have single strand knots now. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah. I'm just pulling them out. I'm due for a trim now. I'm at my year mark. And usually that holds me over. Like, I don't have too many issues with a lot of split ends. Actually, I really rarely have split ends. If I have anything, it's single strand knots. And that comes with the territory of doing wash and goes. Like, your hair is going to knot up, and especially once you get to a certain length, if your hair is touching your clothes or car seats, there's so much friction that you are going to get single strand knots. And I know that I have a type of hair that I almost call my strands sticky, not because they're sticky to the touch, but they stick to everything. They stick to each other, they stick to other things. I always have hair everywhere, not because I don't clean it up, but because I'll think I got all the hair, but no, there's something sticking somewhere, I promise you. So I kind of refer to my hair as being sticky because it definitely sticks to itself and it sticks to everything else. So, I bet y'all if I wanted to do a hardcore freeform lock journey, I could. I don't think I could pull it off. But my hair would definitely do it. I kid you not. I think I could easily do locks if I really wanted to, because my hair, if I don't do anything to it for a really long period of time, it will start to lock up. That's for sure. So I do a trim once a year, and the way I manage to, my hair doesn't want to stay, the way I manage to be able to do that is really just paying really good attention to my ends, being mindful of what's happening to them. Now, if I get to a point where I feel like I really need to go get a trim, I will, but for the most part, if I am just really conscious about how I treat my hair, being careful with it, I don't have a problem. And I know the last time I went for a trim, I had waited a year, and my stylist, she was really impressed with how little breakage, how few split ends, and how few knots I had. You know, like, it's really just about being really nice to your ends. Like, these little babies right here, these are the oldest part of your hair. So you have to treat them well. And that's why it takes me so long to do my hair, because you don't want to just run through your hair real fast, and then next thing you know, you're consistently pulling hair out. You're getting your fingers stuck in those knots. You're not treating them the right way. So then you're causing all this mechanical damage, and therefore you're not retaining your length or your health. So keep that in mind. You have to make the right decisions for your hair. So if you feel like having your ends looked at every 6 to 8 weeks is a good idea, then do that. I know my stylist, she's not a scissor happy stylist, so if I come in thinking I need a trim and she doesn't see the need for me to have a trim, then she won't trim my hair. She'll refuse to trim my hair. So you just, when it comes to that, if you trust yourself to trim your hair, then do that. I don't trust myself to trim my hair because I'm kind of obsessive about the shape of my hair. So I trust her. And I think that's important, to have a stylist that you trust, so that if you do have mishaps, if something goes incredibly wrong with your hair, or maybe you have health issues that get in the way of your hair health, you have someone to fall back on. I really do suggest finding a stylist that you really do trust. I think that's important in a natural hair journey, because I wouldn't be where I am in my natural hair journey today if it weren't for the fact that I had a stylist that really supported my journey. So how often do you use heat? I don't. I stopped using heat over a year ago, and I really don't see myself going back anytime soon. I might straighten my hair once next winter, but aside from that, because I think I might want to do like a hard cut, so I might get my hair straightened then. But aside from that, I don't straighten my hair. Like I said before, having my hair straightened and having all that long hair all over me makes me paranoid, and it makes me want to snip. But I know that with the way my hair shrinks up, the more I cut, the more shrinkage I will get. And then I'll be unhappy with my length when my hair is curly. So, yeah, I try to avoid the heat because, one, I don't want heat damage. But I also don't want to have that looming, ooh girl, you could cut your hair. I think that's the thing for me. It's like, now I've reached a certain length, so I'm like, I could cut an inch off and it wouldn't matter. Oh my god, like, it's so bad. Y'all, I've never been afraid of the scissors. So many naturals are afraid of the scissors, but I'm not. I'm just like, girl, bring it on. Cut it. Which I guess might be a little bit of rebellion, because I told y'all in the last video that people treated me like shit for cutting my hair, so it's kind of like rebellion now. I'm just like, I do whatever the heck I want to do. Do you take supplements? So I guess for that question they mean like Hairfinity or the Hair, Skin, and Nails vitamins, or the Main Choice vitamins. Everyone has their own vitamin now. I don't know why I'm smelling this, like all the products don't smell the same, which they do, which I like, because it's annoying sometimes if you have a bunch of different products in your hair that don't smell the same. But let me stop with the tangent. I'm assuming they're talking about like manufactured supplements that are marketed for hair growth. I don't. I do take multivitamins because I told y'all I have endometriosis, I have PCOS. My body definitely needs some help because when I am having periods, I lose a lot of blood. Like, y'all would not believe how much blood I lost this past week. And I'm amazed that I'm not in the hospital right now. I'm being so honest with you guys. I really thought I was going to be in the hospital today. So I do lose a lot of blood. So of course, there is that risk of anemia. I have to be careful about that. Also vitamin D deficiency. And also I think this is important for a lot of naturals because, I mean, natural hair is a staple in the Black community. Black men and women, but really especially women, are extremely prone to iron deficiency as well as vitamin D deficiency. Now, obviously vitamin D deficiency because we are highly melanated individuals. So therefore, sometimes it can be hard for us to absorb enough vitamin D. So be very aware of those because those will definitely affect the way your hair grows. And I do find that, like, my hair, even today, let me see if I can show you guys. I saved my shed hair. When you guys see me rolling my hands together, that's me collecting my shed hair. This is a lot of shed hair for me today. Like, last week when I did my hair, before my period started, I did not have this much shed hair. When I have a really bad period, I always have way more shed hair. So, those things can really result in thinning of the hair and excessive shedding. So just be mindful. So I do take a women's multivitamin. If I need to, I do take iron supplements, and also just watch what you eat. Especially when I'm on my period and stuff like that, I eat a lot of greens. I eat a lot of spinach. If I have kale on hand, I eat a lot of kale. I eat a lot of green veggies, and I eat a lot of fruits to try to help supplement that as much as I can without having to take a lot of pills because I'm already taking a lot of pills. So honestly, I feel like the majority of those supplements don't really do anything for you, and all they do is give you really expensive urine. Because they're packed with a lot of things that your body is only going to absorb so much. You know? If you already have the majority of those things in your system, you're just gonna pee it right out. And a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, I'm not really a believer in hair supplements. So, just find a good multivitamin, eat well, take care of your body. And honestly, y'all, like, I've been dealing with endometriosis for 4 years, and I haven't had any setbacks in my growth. So, sometimes it's just genetic. Fast growth, strong hair, I can definitely tell that it's a genetic trait in my family. So, you know, just work with what you got. And if you do take a supplement, make sure that it's, one, you talk to your doctor, and make sure that it has things that you need, because don't just go taking something for the sake of taking something. Just don't do that. What is your favorite oil? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go pure oil for this one. If I'm going my favorite pure oil, I would have to say my favorite one is avocado oil. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about avocado oil that much. Everyone is, you know, on the coconut oil kick, even though there is a very wide range of people that definitely have been on the no coconut oil bandwagon, which is fine. It's just, I feel like a lot of people aren't actually doing research. You have to do research and figure out what's up with you, because, like, a lot of times I hear things about coconut oil and I'm just like, how does that make sense? You know, so definitely be smart before you just decide to write something off, or before you decide to try anything. Like, do your research into ingredients and how If you are doing pure oils, figure out what the amino acids are in there, their fatty acids. Find out what they're composed of and what those things are supposed to actually do to benefit you. I like avocado oil because it's one of those few oils that are actually really nourishing and moisturizing. And let's say if you have like a really, really crunchy gel, avocado can definitely save that. I found that with a lot of my products, if I have something that just doesn't give me soft enough results, I can add my avocado oil to it and it's all good. My hair loves it. My hair drinks it up. Definitely, if you have not tried avocado oil, do your research first. But definitely try it out. I highly suggest it. And I eat a lot of avocados. I eat like an avocado a day. So I think that has definitely attributed to the thickness of my hair and the natural shine I have in my hair. So let me just show y'all what this curl defining cream is doing. This is from a cream, y'all. Like, you can see how just like instantly I put that in my hair. My hair was like, yeah, girl, got that good. I like doing this setup too because I feel like I'm not just talking about products, so I feel like my personality comes through a little bit more when I do these. Next question. Who is your hair crush? Me. And I don't mean that as like a being full of yourself way or a condescending way. I genuinely believe that to have a successful hair journey and to feel like you have a place in my dog again. And to feel like you have a place in the natural hair community, you need to be your first hair crush. You need to fall in love with your hair to not fall into the hair hype, to not sit there and have hair envy. There are definitely women that I admire their hair and I admire their journey and the steps they took to take better care of their hair and to love and accept themselves. But at the end of the day, the only hair crush that I have and ever will have is myself, because I have to be in love with my hair. And I think that's why I have really worked hard to turn my wash days into something positive, because I know y'all, wash days can be stressful. You don't want to have to do all that work, because it is work. But once I started treating my wash days as something where I'm just focusing on myself, I'm doing something good for myself, and I'm becoming more in tune with me, they didn't seem to take as long. I felt better about doing my hair. I was actually excited about doing my hair and trying out products. And when my hair doesn't come out the way I want it to, if things are a complete flop, I'm not upset. I'm not angry. It just is what it is. I rinse it out. Maybe throw some deep conditioner in it, or just tie it up and I worry about it later. When you have that love for yourself, that it completely eclipses everything in your natural hair journey. And I'll just tell you right now, you are not going to get that love from media representation. Because, I mean, you're just not. The way that natural hair is marketed and represented in the media has nothing to do with our stories and our realities. It just has to do with showcasing product. So you're not going to get that from mass media. And I think that's something that we need to understand. It's something that's personal and it's something that comes from within. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of meditation to really just be one with who you are and love yourself regardless. So don't look towards other people for that. Don't look towards media for that. Definitely follow those people that you feel like are worth supporting. And, you know, you love their videos, you love their content, you love their recommendations. But remember that your hair always comes first. Never put anyone else's hair above your own. And I promise you, like, you will view your natural hair and your natural hair journey so much differently. I promise you. How long does it take on wash day? It depends. On a good normal day, it's maybe 3 hours tops. On a bad day, it can take 5. Or sometimes, like, if I'm having a day where I'm just not rushing, or I just kind of feel like just hanging out and just being one with my hair and kind of sitting on it and watching TV while I'm doing my hair and stuff, it'll take me a while. To break it down, my wash process, I do wash my hair in the shower. Takes me about 30 to 45 minutes to do my wash process. I deep condition for around 30 to 45 minutes. And then it usually takes me anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to do my hair. And you guys know that's kind of an accurate representation from these videos. So, I'd say maybe 3 hours tops on a normal day. Honestly, like, I've reached a point now where I've realized that my routine takes as long as I decide my routine will take. And, like I said before, like, it's just about training your hair, understanding what your hair needs, and then just being patient. I found that the times that I have tried to rush through my hair and do like a quickie wash and go and stuff like that, those are the times that ended up taking the longest because things didn't go right, or I wasn't being smart about what I was putting into my hair, and, you know, the products would ball up or something would always go wrong. The days when I actually take my time and sit down, gentle with my hair when I'm detangling, I don't rush it, you know, those are when I have shorter wash days. And I will say, when it comes to detangling, I know that's like the biggest thing for us on wash day. I don't just focus on detangling in the shower. And y'all can see how I rake my fingers through my hair. I don't just do that for the style. I do that to catch shed hair. Because I told you guys my hair sticks together very well. If I focused on trying to get out every single shed hair and every single tangle while I was in the shower, yo, I would be in the shower all day. So I definitely break up my detangling process. Every time I put something in my hair, I am very gently combing my fingers through so that I catch any tangles or shed hair. And then if I find any single strand knots that's really holding pieces of my hair together, I just go in, I take that one little piece, y'all saw me do it earlier, and I just very, very gently pull it out until I get that knot, and then I'm home free. So just be patient, y'all. I know that the amount of time that it takes to do your hair really varies from person to person. Everyone has a different experience regardless of texture. A lot of people think that I can do my hair in like 10 minutes and be out the door. Like, I just get in the shower and I hop out and I'm done. And that's not the case for me. I don't think there's that many questions left. No. We have 2 questions left. So, what is the worst thing that ever happened to your hair? Worst thing that ever happened to my hair. I'm trying to think of a time when, because like even when my hair, when I had reached that point when I was relaxed, where my hair was really struggling, before I decided like I was gonna go full on natural, it wasn't like a my life is over kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, no one's ever, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I can completely answer that. Because, like I said before, I've always felt like everyone cared so much more about my hair than I did, in the sense of, like, how it looked or what I did to it. So other people would make a really big deal about my hair, but I would just be going through the motions, you know? Like, as long as it was healthy, I didn't care what someone else thought. And I guess that's probably why also my natural hair journey has been very easy, because I learned to not care what other people thought about my hair real quick, because I'd already had to be in that mindset when I had relaxed hair. It's a little bit more difficult because you're showcasing you. Like, this is who you are. This is what is growing out of your head. And it's more hurtful when you get those comments as a natural. I mean, I don't think I really have an experience where I had something truly awful happen to my hair, which I guess is because I've always had really great stylists in my life. So I've never had like color mishaps or really relaxer mishaps. Like, I think the only time I've had a relaxer mishap was at that point when I had decided that I was going to go natural. So I guess if I can say if anything was like the worst thing that happened to my hair, I guess it would have been that over processing. And even then, like, I think about some of the things that people have done to me, and I think, well, yeah, that was really, really awful, and it definitely made a big mark on my life. But I know there's someone out there that had it harder than me. So I don't think I can adequately answer that question. So the very last question: do you dye your hair? If so, what color do you use? I don't dye my hair. My hair is naturally this dark. I remember when I went natural and people thought that I was dyeing my hair black. But I wasn't. It was just, my hair had been so over-processed and it was so dry that all of my hair looked like a really light brown color. I did have highlights at the time though, but like the majority of my hair looked like a completely different color because it was so over-processed. So when I transitioned, people thought that I was dyeing my hair, and I wasn't. It was the natural hair color that hadn't had the ability to shine through. So my hair looks almost black. It's not completely black. If you see my hair like in the sun, you can kind of see like those brown undertones in it. Almost a little bit of red. My mom is the same way. If you see her hair under sunlight, you can see red tints in her hair. So, yeah, this is my natural hair color. I think I might experiment with color at some point, but I'm just not ready to. I guess I'm a boring Betty. I've never been the type of person that's always like, I have to do something new with my hair. Like, as long as it's doing fine. Sometimes I do get an itch to straighten it or do a new style or try a new style. But even if I do get an itch to do a new style, it's something that will keep my hair out of my face. Like, I'll do an updo or something, but for the most part, I'm a boring Betty. And I'm okay with that. I think a lot of people appreciate that. Sometimes you just gotta do what's right for you. So, I really don't have any YouTube friends. So, the very last question is, who are you going to tag? I'm just going to tag you guys. Like, let me know if there were some questions in here that you know you would want to answer yourself. Go ahead and answer them in the comments. If you have a YouTube channel and you have not done a natural hair tag, definitely do this tag. I think it's a good way to get to know the people that you're watching and really get to know their intentions and who they are. So that is my natural hair tag. If I continue to do YouTube long term, which I feel like I will, I actually like doing this, then I'll probably update this so that, you know, maybe find a different one with different questions. But I felt like this was the best one to start out with, like, getting to know somebody. So I might do different natural hair tags as time goes on. But yeah, that's it for the tag. And I'm almost done with my hair. Almost. But y'all can see how this curl defining cream is the truth, y'all. A lot of people think I'm playing when I say that this stuff is life. That it really is like wash and go worthy. But it is. I love it. So Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all that my Organics gel that I used last week, I think I might have fallen in love with it, y'all. And you know that I was very skeptical because I did not have a good experience the first time around. So the next time I use that, I will film a demo and then post a review for it. I'm going to try it again to make sure it wasn't a fluke, so y'all will see if it still works out the same way. So yeah. And to follow up some of the things that I talked about last week about, you know, the discussions that have been going on with 4Cs in the natural hair community, I am working with some of my friends with all different hair textures and types to start some movements, try to create some more visibility, because I mean we as 3Cs, we do take up a lot of space in the natural hair community, and that is not our fault at all. It's kind of just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, but that doesn't mean that we can't get up and use that new platform that we have to do things. And of course, the only way this is going to work is if women with 4C hair are open. You know, you can't turn around and say, oh, well, took you long enough, or, you know, let's not do the backhanded commenting stuff. You can't ask somebody to use their platform or talk about certain things, and then spit in their face, after they do so. So let's all just consider that. At the end of the day, like, I think the natural hair movement was bigger than just certain types of people. It has been important for all of us as women of color who knew what it was like to feel like you had to have straight hair to be one of the good ones, you know? And honestly, like, you would see this progression, like, if 4C hair did not exist and it was just like the 3C, 4A types, we would still be setting ourselves to a standard of straight hair. So, unfortunately, it's always of that hierarchy of trying to achieve the most European or Western look, which is stupid. But we have the ability to dismantle that, but we have to work together. And I definitely think, I don't know, I'm not subscribed to her, but I do come across her videos a lot and watch them when I have the time, because I don't always agree with her. But if you follow Chrissy here on YouTube, her name is just Chrissy, CHRISSIE. She started I think it's a Facebook group specifically for dark-skinned women with 4C hair. And I think that is a very good way for you guys to have a safe space to talk about those things and not have to hear about what other people have gone through, to just have a place where all of you can relate. Because I know that sometimes that is frustrating because we've all gone through so much, and it's hard to talk about some of the things that you've gone through without feeling like you're invalidating someone else's experience, and also feeling like someone else is invalidating your experience. That's a very difficult thing to talk about, because especially for us, because, and someone said this, like, privilege is privilege, just bottom line, and it is, but I think it's difficult when you're distinguishing privileges within a community of people that have never really had privilege, you know? So when it comes to stuff like that, like, the hate towards 3Cs and the hate towards 4Cs only exist together. Those two things feed off of each other, and the sooner we recognize that, I think the sooner that we can fix it. And I don't think, definitely I want to start some things that will help with the representation of all natural hair types, and especially showcasing more dark-skinned 4C women, because I definitely think that you guys should have a bigger place in the natural hair community. But also, like I said, we cannot rely on media to do that for us. And we have to start kind of working on things on more of a personal level, talking about our stories, getting to know each other as people, and feeling like we really are a unified group of women. Because if we just rely on media, we're never going to get anything done, y'all. Like, at the end of the day, marketing is marketing. All they want to do is make money. So, we have to come from a place of our realities and not just thinking about those systems that are set up by people in places of power. So, you know, of course, like, I mean, I think it would be great if more 3C women that are getting these natural hair gigs, kind of ask, like, how many women of tighter, kinkier hair textures do you have on this campaign? Just let them know up front, because a lot of y'all, like, they really want y'all. They want y'all. And I think, sometimes it's just a matter of saying, like, listen, if you're only going to showcase people that look like me, then I don't want to work with you. I think that's a fair thing. And I know it's hard. A lot of YouTubers now are doing this as a job. It's not just fun anymore. They're doing it because it's a source of income. So y'all also have to consider that too. Sometimes you have to be careful about the things you do and the things you say. And not everyone has the will to put their money on the line, and not everyone is in a stable enough place to put their money on the line. Because some of these YouTubers, like, if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, they're very good at talking, but they don't always have a lot of skills. And not everyone, you know, has the ability to let those things go. And I know it's frustrating, because I'm the type of person, like, I would rather stand up for this person over here than have extra money in my pocket. Not everybody's like that, and you can't expect everyone to be like that. If we were all the same people, then the world wouldn't be turning. So yeah, I am done, and let's just take a minute to admire the beautiful work of Eden Body Works. And I guess I will put in a picture of what my hair looks like after it dries in this video, so y'all can see the results that I get with Eden Body Works. That is it for this wash day chronicle. I am finished. I'm going to go read my book. Also, y'all should check this book out. It's by Terry McMillan. It's called I Almost Forgot About You, and this book is awesome. It's really great. It's very empowering, and it definitely makes you think. I really like Terry McMillan, so I mean, if y'all know anything about Stella's Got a Groove Back, if you like that, you'll really like this. I honestly feel like this is better, so yeah, I'm gonna go read this baby. I'm going to relax and get a heating pad because my uterus is angry. And I will talk to you guys in the next chronicle. Bye!